Hello everyone, welcome to NFP stream today. NFP, sorry, CPI. What big up good day? Better than mine. Other than that, mate, we're gonna look at what CPI was today. It was a pretty explosive market news today. What is it going to be? What do you think it's going to be? What is the what was it? It was 5.903. That is less than expected. And the market goes kaboom! Boom. That's pretty okay, isn't it? So, if you are here today for the first time, my name is Eivindfx for 8 years, and I do things that I never should do anyways. So, yeah. You know, just the normal standard things, nothing nothing out of the ordinary. Ta-da. Cool. So that's that, and then we are going through what's the market. I hope you guys can hear me nice and tidy. Good on you. So what is kind of the thing we need to look for today? CPI at 5.9 and 0.3. Is that going to mean that we are going to do less interest rates? Is that going to be more interest rates? That just means that we might peak. And that first initial move today can be the catalyst for more dollar bearishness if you think that that will be fantastic. But as we all know, this isn't the only necessity for a change of trend, a change of what is going to happen. So, what I need us to do is gather some information. What is the current GDP in the United States of America on the flip side of this one? So that would be fifth, I think it was around fifth, something happened fifth. That was in the P, sorry, yeah. That is more than expected. And then GDP, we'll just go to trade economics more than anything else so I can get it gone because I can't remember where it is in that font. American States. GDP is currently at 1.6. Technically in a recession. So, are we now going to see the end of the higher interest rates? Are we now going to see a change? Evidences that is currently laying ahead of us is that yes, things is starting to change. Things is starting to hurt. Things is starting to actually make a difference in our lives. And with this lower CPI, what is that going to lead to in terms of financial trading? Are we going to see less? Are we going to see less interest rate hikes? Now, the question you have to ask yourself is how high is currently CPI, and how are we going to go next? If you look at the current CPI report, is that what has actually changed for food? We have been quite high, but this has come down to zero. So food prices, all items, has come down. But if you go at food at home, it's still pretty stable at around gaining 1% each month, give or take. You can see here for energy, we are negative 4.6. That is no longer being the one that is leading to inflation because oil has come down. The one that has been the problem maker has been used car sales, which is now yet again going lower. But as you can see here, it has been pretty strong earlier months. And another one that is really drowning us is generally fuel and oil. So is this a good one? And you can see here over here that is for the 12 months, it has really been dragging up the prices as of a lot. And then used cars was, but not so much anymore. Sorry, that is still a lot. And we can see gasoline, energy, generally speaking, these three here, including energy services and this one, which is gas service. So that's been the biggest reasons for why CPI has been so high. Now, what does that mean? What are you going to do now? Are you going to run to the forest? Are you going to be, let's say, oh, sell dollars, sell? Or are you going to be a professional trader about it and say, hey, what is oil doing today? Where's oil? Oil isn't moving. Oil is at $89.69. Does that mean that this was for July? So ever since July, we have gone from, say, so that's July, give or take, and that was from there to there. So that one was 7% down. Now from August until now, we have gone another 7% down. Are we going to go lower again in the next CPI? We still have some time left of this month. But if this continues to fall and is the biggest mover of the CPI so far, it generally is going to lead to less CPI. Are you going to sell dollar now? Is this changing fundamentally your outlook? Let me say one thing. Now you're standing at the road cross. Now you're saying, okay, so you have high CPI here, you have less CPI here. Where do you think it's going to go? You are needing to make an educated guess as to what do you think is going to be the next move. And what you decide to do is not on this chart. It is not on what you think is all in your head. So, make your choice. What do you think the future is going to be? I've given you the reasons. I've given you what should actually happen. Another thing you need to add into that is what is going to happen to the oil, what is going to happen to the oil price? Where do we see ourselves going? Are we generally going to go higher now? Are we generally going to, because we are now rounding around we are rounding around summer, and we're going into more demand for fuel. Is that going to increase the price of oil? If you look at generally the seasonality for just going to take that away so you can see what I'm doing. That would be great, so you don't see my passwords, but other than that, great. What are you going to do next? Are you going to be like, well, I don't know, but over the years is that we are going to see a more what do you call it? We're going to see a more troublesome fall, that we are going to see more demand. We're going to see higher prices. And when you generally go to look at oil, I was supposed to go to oil for some reason. I don't know why I didn't. We see an increase in price from around August to at least sometimes throughout the season, and it's low that year though. But that's not every year, is it? Because that is from August, September, all the way until the end of the year. And then we go later on in life. Then I have to go to VTI because this one is no longer nice for me to look at. VTI, West Texas, Black Bull. There we go. Thank you very much. And then we go back in time. And then we are going to 2021. You already saw that. And then 2020, 2019. This was still not nice. But from August there up until end of the year, and end of the year here, and up until 2019. So there is more bullishness coming in. So if you are thinking like, well, I don't know, mate. I don't know where the oil is going to go. It doesn't look like this might be, it looks like this might be the bottom. So make your conscious decisions, not because right now we have a lower CPI because of lower oil prices, but also think about 2 steps into the future. Hello, Aga. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. The other thing to mention here is, what are you going to do with your fundamental analysis? What are you going to do with your fundamental bias? Your bias on oil should be bullish from give or take August to end of August to around December. You're going to look for bullish trends. The crunch in the energy market in Europe is pretty hard. If you look at gas prices, you look at natural gas, and you're like, wondering, what do you mean, Mike? It is around 7.8. Is it euro or dollars? Yeah, it's dollars. Is that low or is that high? It is very high. Can it continue higher? That question need to be answered by 2 people. One is OPEC, the cartel that is controlling some of the oil market. On the other side, you have Russia. On the other side, you have America. And are they going to, in the oil market, in the gas market, are they going to increase or decrease supply? Right now, Russia is decreasing supply to Europe and making it. And I saw, what was it on Discord? I saw that that UK is preparing for a gas crisis this winter. Norway is preparing for an electricity crisis this winter, and there's going to be more and more countries that is preparing for a crisis. Now, what you guys are going to do next is, this isn't going to move you. That's what I want people to do, generally speaking. Don't make it move you. Let's say that this was what we always wanted. Let's say this is what we were all looking for. Okay. What do you want to see on Aussie yen? We want to see it falling. What do you want to see on oil? We wanted to see it falling. Now, for the past couple of days, it hasn't really moved yet. But if you're looking for trading advice or trading, like wondering what do I even do really sometimes, I didn't sell it, but I was a sell. Now you're getting another entry. If you're looking at yen pairs, that may not be a sell, but if this one continues lower now today and tomorrow, you're like, okay, cool. I can sell that. In the preparations of what? When should yen pairs generally fall? Now. So, do I think that this is going to move Fed? Do I think this is going to move the ECB? No, I don't think so. Um, and it's still very likely that they're going to increase interest rates by 50 basis points in September. It's still also very likely that ECB is going to rate hike interest rate by 50 basis points in September for ECB as well. Just saying. Okay, so this CPI shocked me a bit. It made me a bit surprised. I can't discard. I can't say anything about that. But I also want us to say. I also want us to. What do you mean, mate? I also want us to be practical about it. I also want to be practical about it. This doesn't change much for me. Maybe it changes much for you, but I just want to say that that is kind of the most important thing. The other thing is to mention today is where are we fundamentally? Where are we? Why is things moving like it's moving? And what is our head on our our plans for the future? Our plans for the future is that we're still going to look for yen strength until mid August. We still are not there. We're still going to look for bearishness on yen after mid August, and we're still going to look for bearishness on yen throughout the winter. Why, or throughout the fall? Why would I do that? You might ask. We still have an open possibility that the Bank of Japan, is going to have more bonds purchases. We still are going to see more possibilities that CPI can go both ways, and be like, Ivan, how do you trade this? How do you think about it? Take it as a stepping stone. Take it as right now we know this amount of money. We know this amount of information. But you still need to make a decision for yourself. You still need to come here and be like, hey man, what do you mean? How do I? Yes. Doesn't make your trading easier, but it definitely is going to make you a better trader once you start making those decisions. Technical analysis doesn't change anything, and all of that. I just want us to go through some couple of things here, okay? So COT report, what is that looking like right now? Generally speaking, we're going to go through some general speaking there. We're going to go through some institutional research, and we are going to go through. I don't have access to that one here. I don't even here. Think. Okay, we'll just do it there. Okay, cool. Okay, so COT reports, CFT, barcode, trading store. There we go. Okay, so we go to Australian, British, Euro, Yen, Dollar, New Zealand. Currently, the trend in the non-commercial market on the Australian dollar is lower. At the moment, we are seeing that we are in a bearish trend. Okay, cool. Why would you think so, mate? Well, dollar strength has to come from somewhere. This one is British one, sorry. is kind of flat now in September or July and August. We are also seeing fall and then flat. Okay, generally speaking, pretty flat one there. But as you see this week, we have just been getting out of the market, not really adding. Also, Australian yen, also the Japanese yen went over and starting to increase the bullishness on it, and I kind of agree with them. Dollar index is flat, nothing new, just both taking profit. New Zealand dollar, shorts getting out of the market. Okay, so what does that mean? That means nothing else than the market is not really, doing anything. It's just getting out, getting out, getting out, getting out. Everything is confirmed. Gold is interesting that it went 31,000 less. Short contracts means that it went higher. And sure enough, I was totally right about gold going higher. Boom. So on that was COT. And then I wanted to go through some ING. I like ING. Then that was before that one, so that's a bit later on today. Dollar's been trendless so far, just because CPI. Barring a massive upside surprise, can demand an extra 25 to 50 basis points, would never happen. So priced into the back end of the curve and send the dollar like higher, which didn't happen. And they are saying that dollar should go to 105 to 107. Norwegian inflation refuses to go lower. A second 50 basis point hike should coming into the fall. And a gold to see a substantial buying program after US soft CPI. The downside that might make gold more appreciated to be buying. So, what have we been doing lately? Gold has been trending higher and higher and higher and higher. You guys have been seeing this just as I have seen it, and it's been a positive development every day. Now, we have already hit weekly targets, though. That is definitely a risk to the opposite, a risk to the downside, that we might need to go for, a bit of a pullback before going higher again. So even though this event made it go target, doesn't mean that we're going to continue on going higher. So for me, we're done for the week. Nothing more to see. If it does go higher, congratulations. But yeah. The other thing to mention on euro, I don't see euro going higher. Euro went up to target, fine, whatever. But I don't see buying pressure coming into euro. I don't see reason for buying euro as in particularly trading. I don't see the reason for why we as traders should be sitting here in euro and bathing in the euro when it's only dollar falling for some time. Hello, Nels. I know, Tasties. I'm having a good day. Hello, Shuran. Hello, man. So for those 53 people who are here, please make your noise loud and clear in the comment section. What kind of trendy pairs do you want me to cover today? That would be great, so we can do that. I know most markets are pretty flat, generally speaking. Nothing really much has happened. But hi, CJ. How are you, mate? But make sure that you are ready and willing and able, and yeah. So S&P 500. Can you buy it now? Is this the first place to come in to start buying the S&P? That is definitely going to be one of your first things to look forward to. So, Marcus is going higher. That was a buying price. Did you take it? I don't know. But I'm ready to start buying S&P now, to be honest. Maybe I'm late. I don't care anymore. I don't care. But I know we need to bring it back to September 1st so we can buy it lower. But other than that, good to go. Hi, Princely. Hi, Cooper. And hi, Sharma. Abhishek. Hope you guys are doing well. What is the news that we have to look on coming days? That will be dollar story for the month, Mike. Well, we have CPI now. We have CPI as well next week. So there is no interest rate meeting out of America. The next, so thinking NFP is gone, CPI is gone, GDP is not yet there. So I think this was the deal, to be honest, and then GDP is maybe the next one. But GDP is, when is it? It's 25th of August. So I think CPI is the one going to run the market now, or it's going to be the fear of recession. That was a bit less today. Dizzy. Hi. I understand you. Okay. I understand you. Just because the market doesn't go in your direction, slippage happens. Okay. I'm sorry, mate. I wish you didn't trade, to be honest. I wish you didn't do those moves. I have not been trading. So I feel like leading by example doesn't work so far sometimes for people. Warfault says he's down too. Is McDonald's hiring? Yeah. Hello, everyone. Boom. You're trying to place a buy order at the previous data release. I did that on Eurodollar and got 50 pips. I exited near monthly M3. Yeah, that's the other side, though. How more far higher can Euro go? And okay, it's breaking out. It's breaking higher now. It doesn't mean it's going to go to higher heavens now. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that right now we made a high. Sorry, that's Odyssey. Sorry. We're still very much allowed to look at for sells here. And where's the shades, mate? You always look so swanky. Took a sell at 1 of 333, 27. Okay. It's in my suitcase somewhere. I brought them with me, but I don't have them right now. So let's go through the market one by one. Dollar, new low. Wait for continuation lower to sell again. Standard operating procedure. S&P 500, new higher high. New high, sorry, wait for higher high, come back. Buy it again. USD CAD, range, nothing. Sorry. Nothing here. So range. Pound. It was a good setup though, by the way. But pound came back up again. Okay, cool. Nothing for me to do here anymore. New Zealand dollar, new high. Technically, you can do that, but I want to wait for it. Aussie, technically come back, go higher. Euro, technically come back and go higher. So you can't sell it now, but you have to wait a couple of seconds, okay? Euro New Zealand goes higher, so can buy it. Pound yen makes a new lower low, but actually it's in a range. So we can't do anything here either until another day. We will see if we can get a better trade there. NOK yen, nothing. Aussie yen, nothing. New Zealand yen, nothing. Aussie yen, nothing. CAD yen, nothing. Euro yen, nothing. USD yen. This might be the only one that is actually performing. Came up to M3, sold again. Standing operating procedure. Came up, made a low. You can buy there if you want to. You can buy there if you want to, but that's a bad idea, by the way. So, what do you do? How do you do it? How do you trade? How do you make this work? This is how trading plans should look like. You are the expert. You are sitting there and you're waiting for setups every single day, and you don't do other things. You don't do other things than waiting for the setup. And I can't explain that. If you don't know what you're doing, why are you trading? Okay, cool. So for me, it's straightforward, nothing else to do. Gold pulls back. Good for me. It's done. Finito, finale. Bitcoin, finito, finale. And still a range story. So I don't know if you guys have any other questions, any other what do you call it? Any other pairs you want me to cover? I just want us to mention that your Swissy would go lower in my view, and then also agreeing with those people. And your dollar unlikely to catapult around 104, which didn't happen, so that's pretty okay too. And for me, looks pretty okay for me to start selling soon. I just need something. Hussein Johnson says, I like your trading style. Thank you very much, bro. So if I was to do anything today, so live analysis today is that I don't have anything to trade right now. I will look at S&P 500 to trade, NASDAQ maybe. I don't have any good opportunities right now because we're too high. Want to start a pullback, and then go from there basically. And then US 30 is a new high, so yeah. Basically come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Basically. Thank you for reading the trading screenshot. Thank you very much, Abhishek. You're welcome. All right, people. I don't have much more to say to you, unless you guys have things to add. The reason is I have meetings to do as well, but just gonna double check that one. Okay, it's not now. Okay. So yeah. Other than that, people, have a great day. Yeah. Yes, that is probably the reason. So, other than that, people, thank you guys for joining in. Hope you're having a good day. Be safe. Don't do anything bad right now. I'm not aggressive right now. I'm just looking at the market, coming into the market, go back out again, and don't trade if you don't have your setup right now. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Boom. Have a good day.